Greetings, brother shaman.
Well, this build sure as hell didn't look at this shit. What is this? No doggo Stormbringer build all around act against nature, and here's why it's awesome. Now, getting the notion that playing without Feral Spirit feels wrong out of our head, it is really just thematically worse, but a lot more fun to play. So this build works simply because they nerfed the hell out of our dogs and shifted that damage elsewhere. Combined with our new tier set beefing up Crash Lightning a whole lot on AoE, so this build just follows the standardish Stormbringer build, but shifting all Feral Spirit and Legacy of the Frost Witch points into Primordial Wave splintered elements in the new Primordial Storm, while still maintaining all the Ascendance talents. Now, I tried this both with Ascendance cooldown as well as deeply rooted elements, and odds are if we run this build, we go Ascendance cooldown. But DRE worked surprisingly well, but of course, RNG is all hell. But if they were to increase deeply rooted element proc rate a bit, it could for sure be a contender, which could be fun. I like me some RNG spice sometimes. So this build is kind of a have your cake and eat it too type of situation, as previously you'd never dream of sacrificing doggos, so it was always a choice between either do I go Primordial Wave route or Ascendance, never both. But now we can, and I for one am absolutely loving it. I really like the new Primordial Wave and Storm playstyle, how they synergize with Enhancement and makes for really fun burst windows. But I also really like Ascendance, spewing out spenders looking pretty as all hell. But the even bigger reason is that we get a very big flat damage increase to Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning, but more importantly static accumulation for those tasty Maelstrom refunds, which synergizes greatly with Stormbringer overall. More spenders means more Tempest, which means more Feral Spirits, because we still get them, but only from Rolling Thunder. And static accumulation also just happens to work really well with Primordial Wave, since you get up to 6 rods out. And having your static refund your spenders during that 8-second window just feels amazing. Oh, I pressed Tempest, that refunded all Maelstroms, I can Tempest again. Oh, but it also synergizes with our new tier set, since spending Maelstrom gives us more Doomwind procs. And on AoE, Chain Lightning both increases crash damage but also reduces its cooldown, allowing us to spam it more, which is great since we don't play with Legacy of the Frost Witch. We sometimes have to fill our globals with something else on AoE, and Crash Lightning absolutely trucks on AoE now, and it's pretty much used on cooldown, slamming Storm Strike otherwise. Now, I'm unsure how spending will look, if it's a spend at 10 angle to fit more Storm Strike / crash, or spend at 5+ to fish for refund / Crash Lightning cooldown reduction, and to spread more rods, but we'll see where we land with that. And since we also have Primordial Wave and Storm and Ascendance, we can do some crazy burst windows, pulling Tempest, fire off Primordial Wave, applying rods to up to 6 targets into Doomwinds, Primordial Storm, Tempest, Crash, or Sundering, and try to fit as many Tempest as you can during the rod window. And due to the nature of Primordial Wave and Primordial Storm, a potential approach could be to pop Primordial Wave to apply rods, get Maelstrom and all that haste, and spend all your Tempests and Chain Lightnings, then pop Doomwinds into Primordial Storm / Sundering to better utilize Doomwind's buff window to proc as many AoE Wind Fury / you spend first with Primordial Wave, and then you go for the Wind Fury proccing abilities with Doomwinds after and Primordial Storm. Now, all of which can of course be combined with Ascendance for even more burst. And deeply rooted elements, however, is just a lucky coinkydink if it lines up. But with Ascendance, of course a tad field crafted at this point, but opener with that combo would be Spread Flame Shock, Primordial Wave, Doomwinds, Primordial Storm, Ascendance into Wind Strike spam, throwing in a few tier set buffed Crash Lightning slaps. Yeah, overall it's just a non-stop spam between Crash, Storm Strike, and Spenders, with a few Voltaic Blazes thrown into the mix, with very satisfying burst windows and Ascendance on top of that. Plus, you get to play around with Primordial Wave and do cool stuff with ads. And currently not too bad on the button bloat, since no Fire Nova, no Ice Strike, Frost Shock, etc., and less tab targeting due to Chain Lightning spreading Lightning Rod now, so overall just way more fun to play. And from the looks of it, it could work really well in raids too. At least when I tried it out, it did really well. So it works great on single target and AoE. So yeah, rip Feral Spirits. It was nice knowing ya. I gotta tell you though, it feels weird playing without Feral Spirits. I mean, sure, you get them from Rolling Thunder talent. So I thought it was weird when they put Flowing Spirits in. I mean, it makes sense from a gameplay and rotational standpoint, so I really do like Flowing Spirits. But even then, you know, it's always been a staple for enhancement. You have Feral Spirits. I remember it from back in Icecrown Citadel. You'd pop your Feral Spirit and Bloodlust manually to buff it. It's always been there, man. And now it's gone. At least in this build. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hyped for both Primordial Wave and Ascendance? Or are you sad you had to cage your wolfies? If you have any questions at all, hit me up in the comments or become a patron, Twitch or YouTube member, and you can gain access to my Discord, shoutouts and videos, and help with anything PvE or enhancement related. Don't forget to like, subscribe, slap that notification bell for more enhancement content, and it really helps out with the old algorithm. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.